जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवश्री गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवश्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today it is Tuesday. It is Govinda Masa, Falguna Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Vidya Tiri. There are no Vaishnava events in the calendar. So we should move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni speaking about the creation. So how, how Brahma has done further. So in the beginning, there is a Sarga, and then the total creation is of kinds, and then annihilation is of the three kinds. 9 different types of the creation, 3 different types of the annihilation. So likewise, he was mentioning, and also the creation, how it was it before, and what is present now, and it will exist in the future in the similar way only. So likewise, Maitreya Muni speaking, Yetedanim tatagre cha pashad api etad idrusham. So how it was before, what is now present at the moment also. Previously, sunrise, sunset, moonrise and moonset, the sky and the stars and earth, water, fire, everything. They were existed before, they are existing now, they would continue to exist in the future. And that creation is of the 9 kinds. Sargo navidahatasya prakruto vaikrutastu yaha. Kaladravya gunairasya trividaha pratisankramaha. So 3 kinds of the creation. Sargo navavidaha tasya. Prakruto vaikrutastu yaha. And the interaction between the material nature. Vaikrutastu yaha. Kala Dravya Gunaihi Asya, by the time and the material ingredients and 3 material modes of nature. Interactions takes place between. So due to that, and then further, uh, this is during the maintenance period. After that, annihilation. Annihilation is of the 3 kinds. Trividaha Pratisankramaha, 3 kinds of the annihilation. There it is. One is through the scheduled annihilation. The second one is the fire emanates from the mouths of the Ananta Shesha. And third one is the regular based on the calamities that are happening due to the human things and many other ways. Okay, likewise, Maitreya Muni was explaining to Vidura. So today further he is saying, starting from the Mahatattva, in the beginning, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he has created the Mahatattva. And then 3 material modes of nature. That is the first level. And then in the second level, where from each and every modes of nature, from the mode of goodness, the demigods and mind got generated. From the mode of passion, again these 10 senses, and along with their sense knowledge, and then particular activities. So they were also generated. Likewise, he is speaking about the primary creation and secondary creation. So he has said Navavidaha, 9 different kinds. So he starts from those 9. What are they? Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 10, verse number 15. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र Dravyajnana Adyastu Mahataha Sargo. So the first one out of the Navavidaha Tasya, Sargo Navavidaha Tasya in the previous shloka. Now that out of those Navavidaha, the first one is Adyastu Mahataha Sargo. The first one is the Mahataha, of the total emanation from the Lord, Mahatattva, Sargaha of the creation. Gunavaishamyam Atmanaha. Gunavaishamya is the interaction of the material modes. Atmanaha of the Supreme. That is the first one. Dvitiyastu ahamo yatra. Second one is but the false ego. It emanates from the Mahatattva. Dvitiyam is the Dvitiyastu ahamo yatra. And then Dravya Jnana Kriya Kriyodayaha. So this is Dravya Jnana. Dravya is the material ingredients. Jnana is the material knowledge. Kriyodayaha, awakening of the activities, work corresponding activities. Okay, these are all coming in the secondary part. Secondary out of the Navavidas 9 kinds, this is the second kind. Dvitiyastu ahamo yatra dravya jnana kriyodayaha. These were created. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो गुणवैषम्यमात्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः. Translation. Of the 9 creations, the first one is the creation of the Mahatattva, or the sum total of the material ingredients wherein the modes interact due to the presence of the Supreme Lord. In the second, the false ego is generated, in which the material ingredients, material knowledge, and material activities arise. Okay, so and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can you request Devashish Prabhuji to read the purport, please?
Thanks, very good. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The first emanation from the Supreme Lord for material creation is called the Mahatattva. The interaction of the material modes is the cause of false identification, or the sense that a living being is made of material element. This false ego is the cause of identification the body and mind with the soul proper. Material resources and the capacity and knowledge to work are all generated in the second term of creation. After the Mahatattva, Jnana indicates that sense which are source of are their controlling deities. Work entails the working organs and their controlling deities. All these are generated in the second creation. So Prabhupada ki jai, Haribol.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. So here, the first emanation from the Supreme Lord for the material creation is called the Mahatattva. So here it is described, we have come across a number of times. From the second canto, in the beginning, Sukadeva Goswami describes in the first section, and later on again he describes the conversations between Brahma and Narada. So during that time he also describes, and later on in the third canto, this is again we are seeing the fourth time about the creation. So here it is describing like the about the Mahatattva. So Kapil Bhagavan, he describes Yatta Trigunam Avyaktam Nityam Saddasadatmakam Pradhanam Paurusham Prahuhu Avishesham Visheshavat. So before it is manifested into the material nature in the different ways. So before that it is the lump of matter. It is called Pradhana. It is Yattat Trigunam Avyaktam Nityam Saddasadatmakam. And This lump of the matter, it is pradhana, and then that is unmanifested state, and then later on it is manifested. It is called prakriti. Pradhanam prakritim prahuhu avishesham visheshavat. That is, prakriti is the vishesham. And then this Mahatattva, so whenever it starts manifesting into the Prakriti in different ways through the interactions of the three material modes of nature, that is where Mahatattva come into the picture. And then the three material modes of this Ahankar, Mahatattva is the source for Ahankara to exhibit. And that Ahankara exhibits through mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So the interaction of the material modes is the cause of false identification, or the sense that living being is made of material elements. Living being is made of material elements. And this false ego is the cause of identifying the body and mind with the soul proper. So generally, this is how living entities they think always in the bodily concept. Aham mama abhimana buddhaihi. This body is me and it is mine. What and all belongs to this? These are all dhruvani manyate dehad, and it is permanent likewise. Sa anubhandasya durmatihi, sa anubhandasya, all related to the body. So in such a way, this is all called false identification. And then this false ego is the cause of identifying the body and mind with the soul proper, and material resources and the capacity and the knowledge to work are all generated in the second term of creation. This is Dravya Jnana Kriyodayaha. Dravya is the material sources and the capacity, Jnana and the knowledge to work are all generated in the second term of creation. So because of this, living entity always engaging. Okay, I know this knowledge. I can work on this one. It is again described by Maitreya Muni in the कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियाशयाः बध्नन्ति निश्चिदामुक्तं मायिनं पुरुषं गुणाः कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे द्रव्यज्ञानक्रिया आश्रयाः द्रव्यज्ञानक्रिया आश्रयाः बध्नन्ति निश्चिदामुक्तं मायिनं पुरुषं गुणाः. And how living entity is captured within this material world by these things, Dravijnana Kriya. So one cannot say ideal, just if I have got knowledge, I have got ingredients, I know how to do it, then what is his duty? Just work with those ingredients. He has got the knowledge and do all those things. And in such a way, because he interacts with all those material ingredients and the knowledge, Badnanti Nichida Muktam, even though he is freed, uh, not belong to this material world. He is the Prakriti Paraha. He is the outside of this material world. He belongs to the superior nature of the Lord. That is the internal potency of the Lord. But however, because of his tendency to fall down, his tendency to lord it over material nature, he comes down to this material world. ये एदं धारिते जगत जीव बोता महाबाहो ये एदं धारिते jagat. He comes to this material world and then entangle badnanti nichida. So here those material ingredients, these are coming as part of the second term of the creation. After the Mahatattva, and then Jnana indicates the senses which are sources of the knowledge and their controlling deities. And then controlling deities as well. And then, so this senses and then the demigods controlling deities, they both get generated at the same time. And work entails the working organs and their controlling deities. And all these are generated in the second creation. Okay, so we have already seen before, I think some Excel spreadsheet, we have come across that one. Let me just share that one once again if it is available. So there are few slokas, how the universe come, and then a little bit. um, let me just check. Okay, so this is how this very beautifully this we have seen this one especially how the living entity is Mahatattva, and then here this is the material consciousness, uh, where it is exhibited from the Mahatattva, and false bodily identification and deity for that one is Lord Shiva, and serving the material nature. This is the intelligence for that one deity is Lord Brahma, and then mind to fulfill the material desires, that is Lord Moon God, the Soma. Okay, so here Mano Buddhir Ahankaraha Chittamiti Antaratmakam Chiddha Lakshite Vedo Rucha Lakshana Rupaya. This is different symptoms of the spirit soul. Okay, and for the shlokas here, consciousness is represented by in the spiritual world, it is Vasudeva. In the material world is the Mahatattva. Spiritual world, again about the good ego is Sankarshana, the false ego is Lord Shiva. And then intelligence, spiritual intelligence is Pradyumna, and material intelligence is Lord Brahma. Spiritual mind is Aniruddha, and here material mind is influenced by moon god. So these are the deities and their functions: material consciousness and material bodily identification. So that's why many people who are in this mode of bodily concept of life, to fulfill the desires, they go to Lord Shiva. And for serving the material nature, that mind where yat sankalp vikalpabhyam vartate kama sambhavaha, that um, mind is here. So for that one is the Aniruddha, and also here in this material world moon. Sometimes by the um, waxing moon and waning moon, some people's mind get affected. So some people who can observe, who are mentally disordered, so they are mostly influenced by the mind. So what they need to do, they need to focus and meditate on Aniruddha here. So yadvidihi anuruddhakyam krishikaanamadishwaram sarindyavarashamam samradyam yogibihi sanaihi. And from Vaikarika Vikurvanad Manaha Tattvam Ajayata Yat Sankalpa Vikalpabhyam Vattate Kama Sambhavaha. These are all mind. If they need to meditate on Aniruddha, who are mentally affected. And Pradyumna is the deity for the intelligence. So here तैसात्तु वै वैकुर् विकुर्वाणाद् बुद्धिः तत्त्वम् अभूत्सति द्रव्यस्फुरणविज्ञानम् इन्द्रियाणम् अनुग्रहः. And then संशयत् विपर्यासो निश्चयः स्मृतिरेव च स्वाप इति उच्यते बुद्धेः लक्षणं वृत्तितः पृथक्. So these are the functions of the intelligence, Pradyumna. Okay, it's just a brief information. Okay, coming back to this shloka here. So these are all coming here. Jnana indicates the senses which are sources of knowledge and their controlling deities, which entitles the working organs and their controlling deities. All these are generated in the secondary creation. So this one further it will go the step by step. We will see in the further courses. Okay. So here he is speaking, Maitreya Muni saying that 2 creations out of the 9. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः. Okay, can I request the devotees kindly to recite line by line, please, wherever it is possible. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो
आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो
गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः
गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः
द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र
द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः क्रियोदयः
Okay. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो
आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो
गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः
गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः
द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र
द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः
Once more. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो
आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो
गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः
गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः
द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र
द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः
द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः
Very beautiful. Can I request devotees and take your turn to recite? Usha Mataji, would you like to go? Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Did you ask me, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गं गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तत्त्व अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Devi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Gauringi Mataji, please. Asha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. आप्यस्तु महदः सर्गो गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Devashish Prabhuji, please.
आत्मस्तु महतः सर्गो गुणवैषम्य आत्मनः दिव्यत्तव अहमो यत्र द्रव्यजन क्रियोदयः.
Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, yes, thank you. Please accept my humble obeisances. Adyastu mahataha sargo guna vaishamyam atmanaha dvitiyastva ahamo yatra dravya gnana kriyodayaha. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Meenakshi Mataji, please.
आद्यस्तु मातौ सर्गो गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Sanjita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण आद्यस्तु महतः सर्गो गुणवैषम्यम् आत्मनः द्वितीयस्तु अहमो यत्र द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियोदयः. हरे कृष्ण.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Do you have Gauringi Mataji? Okay, Sanjita Mataji, would you like to read the translation as well, please?
Thank you, Prabhu. Of the 9 creations, the first is the creation of the Mahat Tattva or the sum total of the material ingredients, wherein the modes interact due to the presence of the Supreme Lord. In the second, the false ego is generated, in which the material ingredients, material knowledge, and material activities arise. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall move on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Letter to Jai Pataka, February 23rd, 1971, Gorakhpur. Can I request any unallocated devotee today to read this letter, please?
Right, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please. Meena Mataji, please go on, Mataji.
Sorry. My dear Jai Pataka Maharaj, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17 February 1971 and have noted the contents. You have asked for some men, so immediately another batch of two men, Ravitananda and Dullabh Das Adhikari, are going today carrying this letter. Dulab Das has got camera, films, and machine, and so he will be very good for your work there. And Ravanti Ravitananda is very well-known Sankirtan leader. Next, on the 28th February 1971, all of us are going to Calcutta. Reaching on the 1st March by the 82 down express, reaching Howrah or at about 4:30 p.m. My desire is that all of you should visit Mayapur at least for 1 or 2 days during Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthday. If the Hamilton house is available, then I shall also go and finish the business of paying them in full as they want. When I shall go, I shall go with full money for paying them. But in case the transaction does not mature, then I shall not go to Calcutta but go to Bombay, and you all my disciple may visit Mayapur and chant Kirtana as many times as possible and return to Calcutta. Most probably, Ansadutta and his party will go to Calcutta by the 10th March. So far as cooperating with my god brother is concerned, that is not very urgent business. So far until now, my god brother have regularly not cooperated with me, and by the grace of my spiritual master, things are still going ahead. So cooperation or non-cooperation, it is the desire of maybe so it is the desire of bhakti. So cooperation or non-cooperation, it is the desire of Bhakti Vinod Thakur to preach the Chaitanya cult all over the world. And in 1875 he predicted that someone would come very soon who would individually preach this cult all over the world. So if his benediction is there and my Guru Maharaj blessing are there, we can go ahead without any impediment, but all of us must be very sincere and serious. We have been a little influenced by public criticize that we God brother do not work together. My Guru Maharaj wanted also us to work together, but somehow or other it has not happened by so it has not happened up until now. So your program of cooperating with Madhava Maharaj is not so important. Best thing is that all we God brother work together, then the criticism will stop. Otherwise, even we join together, criticism will go on. So this has been going on for the last 24 years. But every one of us is doing his best, keeping Lord Chaitanya in the center. We should be satisfied so much. Regarding Hamilton House, they will take up the decision on the 26th February. 26 February 1971, as I understand from your letter. So immediately you will send me the decision by express telegram, because on this decision it will depend my going to Calcutta or to Bombay. So kindly take this as very urgent and do the needful. I am very glad you have nice commodious quarter quarter and you have got it free of charge. Thanks, Krishna. I I I have sent my bank passbook to Balaji. Please get it up to date. So if I go to Calcutta, I shall see it. I shall see to it, and if I go to Bombay, you will send it registered post in the registered post. In the meantime, make the passbook up to date. If there is sufficient space for accommodation of 40 to 50 men, then all the devotees from Bombay will also go to Calcutta for visiting Mayapur. And if you have space, then you can inform the Bombay devotee directly. Hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Any take your points, Mataji, wanted to add?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very long letter, so I just have some, some important point which I think I just say. Prabhupada is mentioned here that, to Jay Pataka Maharaj regarding about because Sri Pataka Maharaj asked some men to immediately go, and then he just given the name, who can help over there, because they are very good in some few things, as mentioned in this letter. And secondly, regarding his God brothers, is concerned that they are not cooperating, but Prabhupada has mentioned that Bhakti Vinod Thakur has like preached in his previously, and said that one individual can do all this, he can carry out and spread Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. So, and that's what Prabhupada was doing, and that's why he's saying that is whether we get cooperation or not, but we have to continue the work. And he also mentioned that because of a God brother and we are not together, that's why we get some criticism. But so this is why we have to work. It's only stop criticism once they cooperate each other and work together. So yeah. So yeah. So that is a very important, like it's mentioned here. Regarding, they also mentioned about the Hamilton House. So he said, give me the update, what exactly. So according to, he can make this plan whether to go to Bombay or to Calcutta. So yeah, and Hamilton House. So yeah, so he just mentioned this, and also mentioned about the accommodation, the 40 to 50 men. If they can, if you can accommodate, then they can visit the Mayapur. So yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, very nicely summarized in bullet points. Any other comments, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So main takeaway points are just one is spreading Krishna consciousness. That is the motto, main primary business. For that one, cooperation is needed. Yo anyonyata bhagavataha prasajya sabhajayanti mama paurushani. Yo anyonyata. Anyonyata is a cooperation to each other. Kapil Bhagavan, he mentions Naikatmata means Pruhenti Kechit Matpada Seva Abhirata Madihaha. Matpada Seva Abhirata Madihaha. Always attracted to Saru, my lotus feet. Matpada Seva Abhirata Madihaha. Thinking in such a way. Yo Anyonyata with cooperating to each other. Yo Anyonyata Bhagavataha Prasajya. Sabhajayanti Mama Paurushani. And then just keep on Sabhajayante. So doing your bhajans, kirtan, spreading Krishna consciousness, everything. Sabhajayanti Mama Paurushani, my pastimes. Okay, likewise he mentions this is a reflection from this purport, this paragraph. So when there is only the glorification of the Lord, there will not be any criticisms at all. But otherwise, this material world is always criticized somewhere or other, either good or bad. The comments will keep on coming. Okay, but we should be satisfied so much. Okay, for the statement. Again, to spread Krishna consciousness, going to Mayapur and then further to Calcutta. Okay, likewise, Prabhupada is suggesting here. Okay, any other comments? Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. So today is Tuesday. And evening we have got evening japa session at 6:30 p.m. and then preaching practice session at 8 p.m. And today preacher, who is the preacher?
Devashish Prabhu.
Devesh Prabhu, yes. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is at 8 p.m. And from the Lakshmika Intuitions perspective, for the historical project, Vipin Vihari Prabhuji, I mentioned to Prabhuji that we are now concluded from the Sangha perspective, and Prabhuji has got few more devotees to contribute. So, and he asked me to wait until Wednesday. So I'm just waiting for further instructions from Vipin Vihari Prabhuji. Okay, that is from that perspective. And all other projects we keep open for the fundraise, like the Hebrick House and the Zoom. We got Zoom is also devotees have contributed some, so but still we need to go for 160 pounds for that one Zoom. And then buried place also. So they're all coming up to 15th of February. After that, these three projects also will close. Okay, these are a few updates from me and the devotees. If you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly do so. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, the purport just we have read just now. So just one question, small question. That, so Mahatattva, which is Anuruddha, which you saw this, he has created first, and then he has created Krishna has created like second, which is like Shiva and whatever you have. So this chart, like spreadsheet, is like that.
So this is the Mahatattva where the consciousness is the soul of this.
Okay.
Chittam tad mahadatmakam. Vasudevakyam chittam tad mahadatmakam. Vasudeva. This is Vasudeva Sthiti. Okay, Vasudeva is the consciousness. In pure consciousness, Vasudeva. And then whenever it comes into when the consciousness comes into this Mahatattva, it is meditate consciousness. This is Vasudeva Prajam, Vasudeva Sankarshana Pradyamna and Aniruddha.
They are Mahatattva.
No, Mahatattva and then false ego. This is Mahatattva, Lord Shiva, Brahma, and Moon God. These are the deities. And the Mahatattva is like the place which exhibits the consciousness. Lord Shiva is source of false identification. Lord Brahma is the source for the material intelligence. And moon is the source for the material mind.
And then there's in the green, which is Aniruddha. So what is that?
This is the spiritual consciousness. In the spiritual level, this is
Okay,
Vasudeva, pure
spiritual.
consciousness,
Okay.
pure ego, and pure intelligence, and then Aniruddha, pure mind.
Okay, okay, understand. Okay, so material consciousness is like Lord Shiva and Brahma, is it? Okay.
It is the Brahma is the deity for material intelligence.
Nature, okay. And this is the pure one is Vasudeva, Sankarsana, okay.
Yeah, this is a spiritual level, yes.
Yeah, because this chapter is a bit
Yes, so these were just previously also we have come across at that time. We have just put up these shlokas from these shlokas comes from 3rd canto 26th chapter. Okay, but here again we are seeing Maitreya Muni speaking here in a brief way, but later on again he will speak about this one in the 26th chapter.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, maybe in the chart, like on the right side, maybe you can write spiritual on the top. On the right, where you have Guru, that column H, maybe you can write spiritual in a different color, and then on the material one you can write so in red or something, a different color, so that that just it's more clarity. But thank you for doing it this way. It's very easy nice to visualize.
Just keep it in the orange color. Okay, it's a spiritual.
And Prabhuji, you said that Pradhan is the unmanifested form with Prakriti.
Yes.
And then it becomes Mahatattva.
Yes.
Okay.
And then by the influence of the Lord, Dhaivat Chubit Dharminyam, Chubita Dharminyam. Chubita is agitating. So whenever the Lord agitates with his energy and inject 3 material modes of nature, and that is the part where Ahankara come into the picture, and then Ahankara it will be manifested through goodness, passion, ignorance, and then from goodness, demigods and senses get generated likewise. Okay, so that will go on further.
And for the material, you can write in the yellow part, and the spiritual.
This is a
No.
simple.
What I'm saying is on the chart, like where mind to fulfill Lord Moon God. So on the right of it, you can write material, so that it's like on the column H.
Yes.
Yeah, that's spiritual and material, just to separate it, like that's maybe Prabhu, you're doing it. I mean, I know this was just a raw way of presenting, but because you're so good at this chapter, you can elaborate this one a bit further when you have time, and take just a separate class, maybe few classes, for us to get into the head. Sometimes it's like blinking. Right now it comes out, goes in. When we see the chart, it goes, because we are not honestly putting so much time on the shastras, so it doesn't stay. But some things, like other things, we are understanding, but this chapter, so if you just develop this Excel or however, because how your god brother has developed the whole Golok chart, so it's much easier to visualize when we can now connect to it. So you can put your, like, a bit of your time to develop this and take a nice class separately, because morning we cannot ask questions also. Maybe we'll forget what Meena Mataji asked. Maybe I'll Pradhan and all these different, so many words are there which needs to be properly understood to be able to explain somebody, because main objective is preaching, like those who not as like in the class also, like in our sangha, but telling others, explaining our children and all, we need to understand it first properly. So that is not there. I would say that my understanding is maybe 30%. It's still not there. It goes and comes. When we discuss I can connect, but then it forgets. So Prabhu, sometime if you can make us nicely with a chart formula, like how you said, one after another. So that would be really great. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mataji.
And Prabhuji, there are, initially as well, we read the earth and the smell, the air, sound, all those kind of things. I don't know whether that could be also incorporated as well, please.
Yes,
Or
Mataji.
no?
So this is just only the primary creation. So further they will come down like from the mode of goodness. So here, mind, the goodness here, and then passion. Where is that one? Yes, this is Lord Brahma is the passion. And then ignorance. So then this will go one after another. We can put those 10 matras and then you can expand this one chart.
Yes, yeah, you can. And the 9 secondary creations, I mean, all the different ones, like later on, I mean, not saying now, but whenever you get time, and then one day you can allocate it as like a preaching session or something, taking a proper class, and then you can ask us questions also, so that we know whether we have understood. So that will be proper understanding of the knowledge. This is something which lacks in Bhagavatam. At least I'm speaking for myself. So yeah.
And also, Mataji, you are right, but it may be there in Bhagavatam, but it's split in many different places. So at least in this one, everything comes together. Like
Yes,
the
Prabhu
body
was
part.
mentioning. Yeah, Prabhu was mentioning it's the fourth time this topic is coming, but because we in between we learn other things, so it goes away. So it's chapter 5 and all the parts of chapter 3. If it's put together in one kind of nice chart way, flow chart, like from this comes this comes. So like Lord Shiva is like serving the material nature, and then a false identification, and then it expands to so many things. So those kind of thing, like it will be so put together. Maybe Prabhu, you can do like as a reference of the shlokas also, like these are the shlokas, like how one day somebody shared, like you shared, or somebody, like in Bhagavad Gita, how many shlokas with anger, lust, desires, and bhakti, and reference for the shlokas. So this you can like, and this will be benefited like to others also, like outside sangha, like reference to the shlokas. There's the shloka number, not the shloka also. So it all stays with us. Bhagavatam is a huge thing to understand, but of them, like others are like, other parts are like stories, like try to understand and contemplate and reflection, but this is more than reflection. It's more scientific. It's like metaphysics, so we need to understand it properly, so for our own understanding and spreading the knowledge also. So because we have you, so we can like help us take that knowledge. Right.
This chapter is like very complicated, like to understand. Yeah, script is like that. It really helps. I understand Prabhuji is also busy. He said,
Yeah, not now. Like maybe we still have to do the Canto 5. So maybe later also, whenever Canto 5 is all about all this time. Yeah, Shan. I mean, there's so many parts of time also which comes out of just each and every shloka. So, but I mean, this is like a overall gross thing, and then later it can expand. So Prabhuji can think like with his pure mind, like how it can be expand, make the chart in such a way that as the chapters come, you can keep on adding things like that. So this is like more of a gross overall kind of thing.
Poor Prabhuji. You do enough for us as it is, but I think this is a very difficult topic as well. So maybe one more request from all of us. Thank you.
Mataji. Here we'll put together. Thank you so much.
Prabhu, after the fund collection, Prabhu, because I know it's just maintaining accounts and doing this, that already it's taking up so much of your time, and we appreciate and that. But so I'm not like, it's just a request going forward, like not just now when it's a bit lighter with your work, family, and everything. So this is very intricate kind of thing, so it will take a lot of your time. So please, I mean, don't take, like, it's not my, though it's a request, but not for immediate. So yeah, we can wait. So Bhagavatam is for life, so yeah, we can wait whenever you can manage, Prabhu. So please don't take it as like, I'm expecting in 1 or 2 weeks or days or months, also whenever you can. And that will serve the society, like so many. I'm talking about myself, but there may be so many in our sangha also. There are few, and there be others who don't, because one of the lectures I was hearing, and then this Prabhu, he's a Prabhupada devotee, and they said, I don't understand Canto 5. So he's straight away like, saying like Canto 5 creation, that part I don't understand. They understand all the tattvas, the philosophy, but this is more technical. So not everybody is blessed. So because you're doing so much research, so maybe for later.
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's all from the updates point of view. If you are happy, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.
Anantakoti Vaishnava
अनंतकोटि वैष्णव की जय.
Prabhupada ki jai.
कृपा की जय.
Hare Krishna.
Have a fantastic everyone. Hare Krishna.